Hello Tree Huggers, welcome to another episode of Tutorial Tuesday with Tree. I didn't make one last week. I was busy moving and taking a break from school. I got finished with the summer classes. I had to move out of my apartment and then move all my shit back 10 days later because I wanted to change rooms, and the leasing office is like that. So, apologies for not having it last week, but this week we are going to take a look at Dr. P style influence sounds and how to get that kind of sound into what you're trying to make. Now, I am drinking a Red Bull, and for those of you who know me, and you guys will soon come to find out, that when I am caffeinated or on a bunch of sugar, I tend to talk really fast and get a little crazy. So if I start talking fast, just do the best you can to focus. If you can't follow that quickly, you can pause the video, whatever. But let's get started. We are going to be using Massive. The DAW I'm using is Ableton Live 9, and let's go. I had to take a drink of Red Bull. Yeah. We're going to start with one oscillator. Let's open up this new sound, and it's going to sound, I am in octave 1, it's going to sound like this. It's a little saw wave. I want something a little more vocal, so I'm going to go over here into this digital hybrid, and let's get an AI. Let's put it at bid minus. So I'm going to take this LFO, take the crossfader up, sync this to a quarter. We'll do quarter note wobbles, but I'm going to have it affect just so I can hear how I'm going to route this LFO to this wavetable position just so I can hear how the movement of this knob affects the sound. And if you remember in my last videos, we talked about this right here is how far your knob's going to move from peak to peak. Alright, now, boom, let's open up another oscillator, and let's get, Magi. Now, when I'm picking out these things, I'm just looking at the names. I do not know why they're named, but I am just picking one that just looks cool and see how it sounds. Let's put it there. Detune this AI maybe about 8 cents. Turn down the intensity. Listen to how it changes when I mess with the intensity. Alright, now let's open up oscillator 3. We'll detune it 8 cents in the opposite direction. This is first oscillator. And let's go with to turn these off so I can hear you. So, that sounds pretty cool. Let's put it back with the oscillators. Maybe modulate the phase of like this deep throat. Maybe just a little bit. And so I'm basically using this LFO to change these wavetable positions in sync, so that it gives it that kind of vocal bit, and then I'm using this LFO to modulate this phase just a little bit on this oscillator 3. Now I'm going to go into the routing here, and insert 1 is highlighted after filter 1, but I want it before filter 1. And insert 2 I want after filter 1. And you'll see why in a minute. So for filter 1, well, before we do filter 1, I'm going to take this insert right here and do this sample and hold. Now this is especially where it gets Dr. P-ish. It's the sample and hold thing. You literally do one oscillator with a sample and hold and you would be amazed, and I will show you soon. But check this out. If I turn the pitch all the way up, dry wet all the way up. If we up an octave. We might even be able to modulate this just a little bit. Alright, now let's get a low pass 4 on this thing. We'll definitely start to hear it come into shape soon. Now, there we go. Now it's starting to sound a little bit Dr. P wobbly, you know? Hold on, Red Bull sip. Now finish the Red Bull. Alright, so check it. What I did, I took 5 off the pitch of the sample and hold, and I turned the pitch back all the way up to its maximum out. Now what I'm going to do in insert 2, and since I put it after this filter, is I'm going to use a parabolic shaper, however you want to pronounce it. And basically what this parabolic shaper is it's a perfectly shaped sine wave. So listen as I start to turn the dry wet up how this wobble gets shaped. Okay, so if you see, it starts to make it more like tighter wobble, especially if we want to go to like 8s. like putting it on 4 so I can hear what it's doing. Now let's go here, let's make it filthy, or let's give it some wetness. I'll use a chorus. You hear that? Ooh, already sounds filthier. Turn the rate up a little bit. Turn the offset down. When I'm changing these knobs and listening to it, I'm just hearing how the sound is affected and adjusting it to my liking. Now, let's snap a handy little dimension expander, turn the size down and go to mount, but leave the driveway up. Okay, now I'm going to take this elbow, replace it with a performer. Then I'm going to click load curve. First I'm going to turn these BPMs up to 140. Load curve, I wonder what this sounds like. So basically what this is it's like an extended LFO and it follows the path of these. So I'm just going to draw in some stuff. Notice that doesn't sound much like Dr. P anymore. So it's a Dr. P influence. So you can just play around with that if you want, or you can just go back to your elbow. You can call it good. Higher octave. So is that. Now, like I said earlier, just play around with all this stuff. You don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing, but you get the basic concept. Now check this out. Boom, new sound. Like I said I was going to show you. Boom. Sync 1/4, one sine. Boom, route it through this. Sample and hold. And we'll use a envelope. Low pass. We'll put this insert after the low pass. We'll do this one before it. Watch, if we put this parabolic shaper in before filter 1, you hear how it's shaping the sound? I think I did it wrong in the other one, but this one you can hear it a lot better. You can even change this wavetable, so it's like You made a growl out of it. Add some effects onto it, like this chorus. And this dimension expander. It's not all fat. There's some feedback. So this voicing, routing, feedback is we'll process feedback right here, actually. Put that at the wobble. We're gonna change this like an AI. Ooh. Maybe change the phase a little bit. Maybe here we'll put the saw. Retune this a little bit. Maybe pick another one. Let's see, we can take this. Put this like a dirty throat. Add that change some wavetable. -8, my man. Then you turn the bass down a little bit. Call it good. Oh, one thing I learned. There's 4 envelopes. The master envelope. Volume. Amp. Amperage. Just so you know. Well. Can I just reset this shit? Oh. Alright, well there you have it. Pretty simple. We had a great time. Oh, well, let me play this performer just because I want to. Performer. Check this out. So I'm just drawing in some notes. Alright, check this out. Maybe check it out. You can just make a crazy little pattern if you wanted. Like we could do a yeah. So you hold control down, it'll get that for you. So it's basically what's gonna sound like. Watch. Of course you can make it faster. Well, there you have it. I'm actually going to put this back at LFO. Boom, more, and I'm going to save this sound as Dr. P influenced Yoi 2 because I want to use it in one of my tracks that I'm working on. And thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Or night, depending on what time you're watching this, where you are in the world. Alright, peace.